John 15:16.
John 15:16. Yep. So what's the point?
Yeah, I can give you the argument as well. So the argument goes like this, right? If term 1 and term 2 have everything, if term 1 has everything term 2 has, then they would be identical under a class. The son has everything the father has, therefore the son would be identical to the father under a class. What premise do you disagree?
No, that's fine. As long as you mean
That's fine?
everything as in the absolute. As long as you believe everything is in the absolute sense. Now, where does it
Okay,
say
that's
that he
fine.
has
Okay,
everything the
then we
Father has
agree.
here?
Wait, so
Where
then
does
we
it
agree.
say he
Christ
has
claimed to
everything
be
the
God.
Father has?
Wait, that's
Where
a
does it say he
concession.
has everything the Father has?
Oh, I told you, John 15:16. I can read it. I'll pull it
Yeah,
up.
read it. It doesn't
I
say he has
got you,
everything the
sir.
Father has.
Says it, by the way. But, hey. Oh, John. Wait.
Yeah, John 15:16 doesn't say he has everything the Father has.
Wait, one sec. I'll pull it up. I think it's John 16, but one
Yeah,
sec.
John 16:15 doesn't mean
Yeah.
absolutely everything he has the Father has.
Okay.
So
There
the
we go.
so the same way you got the
Okay.
reference wrong, you're getting this understanding wrong as well. So what's the context before
One
John 16:15? What's
second.
he talking about?
Yeah, one second, buddy.
So,
Let me
so
just read the verse real quick. Okay.
it's
Okay.
your
Okay.
verse, man.
All
So you should know the
things that the
context.
Father. Okay, can I read the verse?
Yeah, you should know the context already, but go ahead.
Thank you. Right. Okay. Great. So all things that the Father has in mind. Therefore, I said that He will take of mine and declare it to you. So obviously,
Okay.
we are going to be interested in the first claim that Christ makes, and then you conceded to the argument. You agreed that the Father and the Son are identical under a class, which we can just say this class is going to be God, which you agreed to this. So you agreed
Yeah,
that Christ claimed to be
that's
God.
only if everything means absolutely everything. So we know everything here doesn't mean absolutely everything because John here is taking from language that we
Okay.
already have in Matthew 11. So in Matthew 11:27, Jesus says, "All things have been committed to me by my Father." Do you think all here means absolutely everything?
That's a question, not an argument. You know that, right? So I'm asking
Yeah,
you to
yeah,
prove that.
yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm asking you a
Hmm?
question. The same way I answered your question, you have to answer mine. So when he says, All
I didn't
things have
ask
been
you a
committed to me
question.
by my Father,"
I
yes, you
didn't
did.
ask you a question though. What was the
The
question?
beginning was you asked me a question. I said yes at the very beginning.
What was the
I
question?
didn't tell you my. I don't need to tell you the question. All
Oh,
things have
okay.
been
You don't
committed
need
to
to
me by
tell
my
me the
Father.
question.
Does that mean absolutely everything? If you want to run from the
Repeat it.
question, that's fine. Does all
Repeat it.
mean absolutely everything here? All I'm gonna repeat
What's
it
the
for the third
verse?
time. All
What's the
things have been
verse?
committed to me by my Father. Matthew 11:27. I said it before. I'm gonna say it for the second time. Matthew
Matthew
11:27. All things have been
11,
committed to me by my Father. Does
22nd.
that mean absolutely everything?
Can I read the verse real quick?
Yeah, bro.
Okay. 1 second.
Take your time, man.
Thank you, man. Okay. You said Matthew 11, 20 what?
27.
I got 27. All right. So, says this, all things have been delivered to me by my Father, and no one knows the Son except the Father, nor does anyone know the Father except the Son, and
All
the
right. Is that
one to whom
absolutely
the Son
everything?
wills to reveal him. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Is that absolutely everything when he says all things have been committed to me by my Father?
And by absolutely, we just mean what exactly?
Absolutely everything. Every single
Okay,
thing you can imagine.
that's just repeating the same thing I'm trying to get clarity on.
Yes. So
Okay,
everything could
yes.
mean everything in a general sense, or it can mean everything as
What
in
does that mean? Everything
every
in a general sense. What
literally
does that mean?
literally every single everything generally you can mean within a specific bracket. So for example, Jesus says, "Do
In a
everything the
domain?
Pharisees teach."
Or are you just
Yeah. So
talking about
everything.
if we have a
Yes.
domain?
Yes. Yes. A domain like a domain expansion, like with Gojo on your profile picture. Yeah. So Matthew 23, and it says
Do you not
everything.
know?
Do everything the Pharisees teach. That's within a specific bracket. You're talking about specifically things within a general sense. You're not talking about absolutely everything they teach you do, right? So the same way here, Matthew 11:27, it says, "All things have been committed to me." That's not absolutely everything. That's talking about
Okay,
intimate knowledge between the Father and the
and
Son. The
okay,
same way in
and
John
just to be clear,
16:30. Yeah, you're not answering the question, by the way. So is this absolutely everything or
I'm
not?
trying to get clarity. For me to answer the question, I need clarity to understand
Yeah,
what you're asking me. Obviously, right?
yeah, it's all
Okay.
right.
And when
So
you're
absolutely
asking
everything,
for,
yes or no?
okay, 1 second, just calm down, okay? It's gonna be fine. Okay. So when you're saying about absolutely everything, do you just mean that you're gonna have what exactly? Do you saying you're gonna have one domain, or you're gonna have to what's it called, disjoint domains where they're gonna have different predicates? Which one are you asking?
Okay, what do you mean by domain? Define it now.
A domain is just a non-empty set. You know what a non-empty set means or no?
Okay, what's a non-empty set? Define it to me.
Okay, a non-empty set is going to be a set that has at least one element, and it can have more than one element.
Okay,
Do
what's
you
an
know what a
element?
set is now, or do you want me to keep
No,
defining these
no. What's
things?
an element? Define to me what an
Okay, an
element is.
element is just going to be an object that satisfies
Okay,
a propositional function. Do you understand this?
okay, okay. What's an
Okay,
object?
what's an object? I think
Yeah.
that's primitive in every system.
Okay. So are you an object?
Yeah, I will be an object.
Okay.
Other things can be
Okay.
objects. Chairs can be
All right.
objects. Predicates can
All
be
right.
objects. What
Is
is
what you
this?
think of an object? Is your thoughts an object?
My thoughts can be considered an object in set theory, yeah. My
Oh
mind
wow.
can be
Okay.
an object, yeah. Do you
No, let's talk
disagree
about
with
your
this?
mind. I'm talking about your thoughts, concepts. Are they
Yeah,
objects?
my doxastic states could be determined as objects. Yes, this is true.
All right, man.
This
I
guy's very
disagree,
funny,
but
bro. You disagree
regardless,
with basic
when
set
he
theory.
says, yeah, I do, I do disagree with what you just said. So concepts aren't real things; they're conceptual. When it's so Matthew
Okay.
11:27, when he says all things have been
Cheers.
committed to my
Anyways.
Father. Here we're saying all objects within a set. Okay, everything. We're meaning absolutely everything, as in like knowledge of absolutely everything, like knowledge of the
Okay, so you
hour and
just
so
mean
on.
okay, so you just mean
Is that
okay,
included
trying to
within?
get more
No,
clear. Yeah,
brother.
then I would
You
agree.
still haven't answered my question.
I said I would
We've now
agree.
clarified everything. Okay,
I
so
said I would
all things have been
agree.
committed to my Father includes the knowledge of the hour. Okay, we agree on that. Okay, so can
Okay.
Jesus share the knowledge of the hour with people, like the disciples?
He says he's not gonna do it. If he has the potency, we don't know, right? But he says he's not gonna do it. That's what we know. That's what I know.
But he does have the ability to share knowledge of the hour with the disciples.
I said I don't know. He makes the claim that he's not gonna do
All
it.
right.
He doesn't make the claim if he can or
Matthew
cannot.
11. Okay, your interpretation's absurd because we know that's not the case. Knowledge of the hour is for God alone. That's based on Matthew 24:36. Now,
Amazing.
going to
You agreed that
in
Christ is
Matthew
God in the
11
very beginning, by the way.
27. Yeah, no, I didn't, because whenever Christ
So
says
you didn't.
all
Clear.
things, whenever he says all things have been committed to me in John 16:15 and Matthew 11:27, he is talking about not absolutely everything. He's talking about intimate knowledge
What's
between
the
the Father and
argument?
the
Okay,
Son.
prove that. What's the
That can
what's the argument?
can be shared. Yes, I'm proving it right now. Stop manifesting.
Go ahead. What's the
So
argument? What's
Matthew,
premise one?
because in
I'll
Matthew
write it down.
11:27 it says, in Matthew
Premise
11:27 it says, this intimate knowledge between the Father and the Son can be revealed to people. It says, except the Son and those to whom the Son chooses to reveal him. So can
Okay,
the
what's
Son
premise two?
choose to can the Son choose to reveal? It's not a formal argument. Can the Son
Can
choose to
the
reveal
Son-
knowledge of the hour and omniscience to the disciples? Can he do that?
If we're talking about logically, yeah, logically
Oh,
possible. Logically
so
possible.
it's logically possible for the disciples to be unknowledgeable like God.
No, for Christ to tell them when this is gonna happen, that doesn't
No,
mean they
I'm talking
have
about
all knowledge.
omniscience. So
That's a
so
blunder.
all
You
things
asked
doesn't
me,
mean all
could-
things then. So all things
Can I
doesn't mean
speak?
absolutely all things then. So all
You do
things
understand?
doesn't
You asked
absolutely
me.
mean all things.
What was the question that you asked me? Just to be clear.
Based on
You do remember the
based
question?
on Matthew
The question
11:27,
was this, right?
Yeah, look, based on Matthew
Okay.
11:27, all
Uh-huh.
things for me doesn't mean absolutely all things, because the context
Uh-huh.
is about knowledge, and he's saying that he can share all things with the believers. It says, and those to whom the Son chooses to reveal him. Okay, so that particular type of knowledge within all things can be shared to the believers. Agreed?
That wasn't the question that you asked me. You know that, right? You asked me a different
Yeah,
question.
yes, it was. Yes, it was.
No, I'll repeat the question because you don't even know what you're asking me. The question was this, right?
No,
Is
you
it
didn't need to
possible?
repeat it. No, you didn't need to repeat it.
Well,
I was asking
do,
about
'cause you
omniscience.
don't even know what you're asking me.
Brother, it's being recorded, so we can go back to it. It's fine. If I'm lying, then you
Okay,
can go back
pull
to
it.
it.
Okay, pull up the recording. Go ahead. Pull it up.
I'm not stopping the recording just for you. I'm not stopping it just for you.
Oh, you're
Well,
not
in the
gonna stop.
video, in the video, everyone can
say
see. In the video, you
it
can
is
see that I was
etc.
talking about omniscience. So in the video, we can see that I was talking about omniscience. So
Well,
can Jesus
obviously
share
that's not what
omniscience
you
with the
asked. But okay.
disciples? Can Jesus
Well,
share omniscience with the
obviously no.
disciples?
Well, obviously
Oh, he
no.
can. So all things here doesn't mean
No,
absolutely all things, yes?
I would disagree. I gave you the understanding.
Okay.
You do
Okay, so all things
understand the
doesn't mean absolutely
understanding,
all
right?
things. So
We're
the
gonna
same way in John
have
16:15,
Can't even
when he
speak
says all
anymore.
things, it doesn't mean absolutely all things.
No, that's just obviously false. Because we agreed that you're gonna have a domain of discourse, right? And then you're gonna have a universal quantifier, and you're gonna range over all these different predicates, right? And obviously,
Stop slamming a pseudo, bro. All right. Hello.
Hello, buddy.
Yes, bud. How you going, mate?
Yeah, okay, perfect. We can go to John 17:3.
Yeah. What about John 17:3?
Yeah, Christ claims to be God.
He claims to be God in John 17:3. Yep. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, and this is
Yeah.
eternal life, that they may know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom you sent.
Okay.
Yeah, so Christ claims himself to be God here, in conjunction, as only
Where?
true God. In conjunction, when he says that they may know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ. That's in conjunction.
Okay. So
Yeah,
Jesus
okay?
being included as the true God here, yeah?
Yep.
Can it be possibly be read as the Father's the only God and Jesus is the one who he sent?
And Jesus is the one he sent. No, it's going to be a reference, a conjunction reference to being the only
All right,
true
so
God.
so it's impossible to read it that way.
Well, it's going to be intellectually, as so far as like you'd be some type of illiterate person trying to read the text.
No.
trying
So,
to
so is that, no, brother. It's either it's
Yeah, so
possible or
it
it's
can
not
be the case.
possible.
Wait, is it possible? I mean, it can be the case you can
Yeah.
try to possibly interpret it, but it wouldn't be intellectually honest.
Okay, so it is possible, yeah.
I said it's going to be possible for someone to be mentally retarded and try to read into the text, but it wouldn't be the case to be
Oh,
pertaining.
okay. So it is
for
possible
example,
to
right,
read
so-
it that way.
Wait, hello?
Okay, so it is
Yeah,
possible to read it that way. So both of our interpretations are possible
Wait.
right now. I got you. Okay.
Hey, hold on.
So I'm
I just
gonna
said-
boost
yo,
the
you know
probability
what?
of my
Wait, hold on, you know what?
interpretation. Yeah.
You know what
Hey, bro.
possibility? Hold on, do you know what
bro.
possibility
Yeah,
is?
you're on my panel, mate. So your volume's on 0, so no one can hear you. Okay.
Yo,
So
hello?
now answer my question. Why should I take
Yeah,
your
you know what
interpretation
possibility
over
is?
mine if both are possible? Go ahead.
You know what possibility is? Yeah, obviously you weren't tracking the conversation. I said it can be possible for someone
Yeah.
to try to interpret this within the text, but to be intellectually honest pertaining
Yeah.
to the text to be the predicate and relation
Okay,
is going to be
why
referenced
not?
to God in conjunction. Yo, hello, are you tracking?
Yeah, I'm tracking. Yeah. Are you tracking?
Okay, perfect. So yeah, it's going to
Are
be
you
in reference to
tracking
the
that we're trying to boost probability
Yo,
of
hello, why are you
interpretations?
interrupting me?
Why is
Bro?
your one more probable?
You're shaking in your
Why
booth.
is your
You're
one more
shaking
probable? Just explain why it's more
No,
probable.
I'm just gonna keep on talking
Just
over. I
explain
can, like,
why
go
it's more
down your phone.
probable. Go
That's
ahead.
fine. Yeah,
Go ahead.
that's gonna be the case. It's gonna be reference the predicates going to be given here in the beginning as the only true God here, right? And
Hey,
Jesus
bro, hey,
Christ.
bro,
So in relation to what's
hey,
gonna be
bro,
one
slow
true God,
down,
would be
slow
Jesus
down,
Christ,
slow
and he has to
down,
be in
slow down.
predication
We're not,
towards the
yeah,
only true God. Is there gonna be some type of contention here? Just to be clear?
listen. Eminem, no, it's
Is there
you're being
contention here? Just to
unintelligible
be
right
clear?
now. Yeah, the contention is you're being unintelligible because you're speaking like this, you're speaking way too quick. So can you slow down?
Okay, I'll speak slowly for you. Okay, perfect. So the only
Yeah,
true God here is
speak
going to be in
slowly so that
predication to
everyone can
Jesus
understand
Christ.
what you're saying.
So it's going to be in predicate. Okay, do you know how predicate works?
Yeah.
Okay, what's a predicate?
No, I'm not defining for you. You see how these guys,
Wait.
these
You
guys
do. What's a
ask it,
predicate?
and then they ask
Wait,
a
hold on. What's
question
a
instead of
predicate?
answering the question. Hey,
Hey,
bro,
hold
you know
on,
I
dude.
have
I
a lot of
answered. Dude,
I
you told me to
have a
repeat
lot of
myself very
experience with you
slowly.
guys.
So
You're on
can
0
I?
again.
You
I
asked
have a
me a
lot of experience with
question,
you
so I'm
guys.
asking you, do you
You
know
ask
what a
me a
predicate?
question, I say yes. But you avoid from actually answering the question.
Do you
I
know
asked
what
you
a
to begin
predicate
with.
is?
I'm very good at tracking you guys. Funny enough,
Do
you
you know
asked
what
me
a
if I was
predicate is?
tracking. Yeah, I am. I'm able to track how disingenuous you guys are. So again,
Disingenuous.
last
Okay,
time,
perfect.
why
Yeah,
should
so
I take your interpretation over mine? I'm giving you the last
yes, to
chance,
be more
bro.
parsimonious, just to be clear,
Go
because you're
ahead.
gonna be. I said it's gonna be possible for someone to try to read in the text, as so far as trying
Yeah.
to extrapolate some type of interpretation, but it wouldn't be intellectually
I-
honest
You
representation to
said that
what
3
the.
times now. Just say why.
Yes,
Just say
I told
why.
you yes, and I'm explaining how. For example, it can be
All
the
right,
case that
why?
someone can read, I like elephants to be that their mom is like sitting on the toilet or something, right? It could be the case that someone's reading that, but it isn't gonna be the case that that's going to be pertaining to what's going to be in predication towards what the text is trying to extrapolate here. So when it says that they may know
Okay.
you the